Hey, we're back. Hopefully, we get more than 2 views this time. Steiner's here.
Hi, what's up?
Okay, and
Nothing's good.
yeah, we got nothing to talk about. I'm tired as shit, and we're both
Oh,
tired.
here we go. I got a good topic to talk
Well, the
about.
Bucks won.
Bucks did win. That was pretty good. They ended up actually blowing them out by
Yep.
20 points.
Yeah, Devin Booker at the beginning of the game, he just kept pulling up for threes and then just missing them, and then he
Yeah,
just and then halfway through the game, he just pouted on the sideline like a little bitch. It was so funny.
that is true. It was a very interactive. I think when they started slowing the pace down of the game and the defense really kicked into it, I think it was like, oh yeah,
Yeah, when they stopped pulling up and just trying to shoot these long ass threes, then they started like when they just attack the inside because they're just such an inside team with Giannis. Then they start doing good, but then when you get like Brooke Lopez and Pat Connaughton pulling up with threes at the very beginning and just missing, it's so bad.
Well, the worst too is Drew Holiday. He'll just take the ball and he'll just like chuck it in there when Giannis is like guarded by three people, and it's like, of course it's going to be a turnover. Like, what the fuck are you thinking?
Yeah, there was one where they passed it to like Bobby Portis, and it was like, why the fuck would you pass that ball?
Yeah, there was a couple where it was like they like went to pass it, and then it was just like a total like pick. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, this is
Yeah,
why you don't get the ball.
yeah, it was just yeah. I'm happy they won. Honestly, I don't know if I could care any more about basketball than I already do though. I mean, I'll watch
Yeah,
the Bucks every once in a while, but I'm not gonna get like too hyped or sad if they lose.
yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, it's like I'd rather care. I'd rather have the Packers or the Brewers go to the finals or Super Bowl. But yeah,
I mean, with me, it's like football first, then baseball, then I mean,
golf probably.
yeah, probably I would want like a good golf like DeChambeau to win it,
Yes, yeah,
or Wolf,
good one.
and then probably basketball, or
Yeah,
maybe hockey. Even though I'm not a hockey fan, I'm not a huge, I'm not a huge basketball fan though.
yeah. There was
But
a. Did you see that one video of Aaron Rodgers when he was at Lake Tahoe and then he threw a football like from like one of the tee boxes all the way over to like a boat, and
it
then
was,
a guy, yeah, and then a guy calculated it and he calculated it out to be about like 97 yards.
yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, that throw was fucking nuts.
He definitely has a cannon,
Yep.
but I don't think the Packers will keep him.
I hope not, honestly, because he's a bit of an asshole. They
He's
probably won't.
yeah, probably.
But you know, the Packers could always do a Packers thing and keep Rodgers and then lose their entire team, and then we go into like a major drought and start having losing records for the next 10 years.
Yep, it could be the Browns.
That's always a possibility. Go the Browns route.
We also yeah, well, I mean, we only have let's count this out as of now in our active roster. We have Aaron Rodgers,
Okay.
Jordan freaking Love, Kurt Bankert, Blake Bortles, and Jake Dagalungalunga.
Jake and Dugga.
We have 5 fucking quarterbacks.
Dude, Jordan Love. Did you see the? Oh yeah, the Jordan Love was practicing with Justin Fields and
Fields, yep.
yeah, I was like when I saw that I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's awesome because those are two guys that have the same playing style as Love and obviously Deshaun Watson's insane."
Yeah, they're
I
both
mean,
they're real good at being criminals. So he's gonna learn a lot.
yeah, honestly, I don't mind having a criminal on the
Just
Packers.
Justin Fields is good at breaking into cars, and then you got Deshaun Watson, which is good at going to Asian parlors and getting a little booty massage.
Deshaun Jordan Love will break into the car and drive fuck me, my fucking name. Deshaun Watson over to the Asian parlor. He'll rape
Yep.
a couple women. Justin Fields will go in there, rob the place, and then Jordan Love will be the getaway driver to drive them all away.
No, I'm just surprised that James Woodson's not in that. I think you'd be going to the seafood place stealing more crab.
Wait, is that an actual thing?
Yeah, he like walked into some like seafood place. He was really drunk one night. Just walked in, literally went into the meat case, started just loading up like a basket full of crab, and then just walked out of the grocery store like nothing happened without paying for it.
What? Did he
Yeah,
get did he get arrested?
yeah.
What the fuck?
And he had like furry Crocs on. Like it was the weirdest ass shit.
Are they sure that was him?
100%. He even confessed to it
That
and
sounds like
apologized.
some major crackhead behavior.
I'm like, huh? Surprised he's not with him. And then you got Bridgewater, which is really good for like sexual crap. Like he loves getting.
Really?
And you got Dwayne Haskins, which is like Mr. Strip Club lover.
And then you get Ben Roethlisberger,
Yep, Mr.
porn addict, alcohol addict.
I had today in this camp,
Yeah.
Bobby Acosta, his slogan was "Grip it and rip it," and
Are you kidding?
no.
Why would you ever say grip it and rip it in front of a team of high school players?
I know. So now every time I think of it, I'm like, grip it and rip it. It's just super bad, but it's pretty fucking funny.
That's so dumb. Grip it and rip it?
Yeah.
That's so dumb. I can imagine some of the kids on the team just going fucking in on that.
I know. There are a lot of kids that were just like all ape at. Fuck me. Going all ape shit.
Wow. Are you still doing that whole trifecta shit on the football camp or whatever? Like what did you do the entire day today?
Oh damn, it was a lot of shit. We warmed up for an hour. Then I walked your plays with a couple coaches. Then we were on 7-on-7s and we were graded on like what stuff we need to work on and what stuff we're strong at. And then from there, we went on to like short conditioning to a break on more installs and then installs into full-on conditioning. And then from their conditioning, we worked on like offensive alignment. So then the quarterbacks just warmed up on footwork and all that.
Yeah.
And then from there, they were like, it's lunchtime. We did lunch. Then we did more. We watched installs during lunch, which were really fucking boring. And then we got outside, did more sevens. And then it was then time for like the parents to come and listen to some bullshit that this guy's gonna see. He's like, you guys can all go D1. I believe in all you. And I'm like, okay, this guy's speaking out of his ass.
Steiner, you can go to D1 now. I bet you can make it to some bullshit college. D1.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be Mr. Ohio State, right?
You can be eighth string Ohio State. I bet you got it in you.
I'm the 12th string quarterback of the Ohio State University. It was just I don't know. And then the whole time he's like, you know what? There's things you can do to win. It's the 12% rule. The things you do to yourself that put you down. Those are penalties. Those are turnovers. I'm like, can I ask how fucking turnover is something we can control? Like, that ain't really that more we can control. He's like, decision making, awareness. This guy was just like preaching, like the black pope in the church. He was preaching.
Black dude preaching to a bunch of white people.
And then what was the weirdest thing? He kept. What was his name for me? He kept like messing up my name. It was really pissing me off.
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to remember Steinar sometimes. You know what I mean?
He kept calling Kyle like. It was like such a weird name I've never heard of. It was like.
Kile.
No, like, it didn't even sound like Kyle. Except with a D, it was like. I want to say it was Dixon or something like that.
What?
I was like,
that's a fucking substitute teacher. Have you seen the substitute teacher from Key and Peele, where it's the fucking black substitute teacher?
Oh yeah.
And it's like, hey, Ron.
Yeah.
That's literally the exact same thing.
But then he calls Tommy T-Gun. I'm like, well, that's
T-gun?
yeah.
T-gun.
I'm like, well, that's great. It was
I'm just too tired to focus on shit. And also, it's hot as fucking balls in here right now. It has to be like at least 70 or 80 degrees.
I got 2 windows open, a fan going, and another fan going.
Well, for me, it doesn't even matter if I have my sliding door open. It's still hot as shit outside. It doesn't cool off at night at all for me. So I kind of just have to bake in my room all night. And it's really, you'd think that all the cold air would travel downstairs because I'm on the lowest floor, but it
Yeah.
doesn't. I just get so fucking hot down here. It's obnoxious.
Do you guys have air conditioning?
We do, but I don't know. It doesn't really work for me. I mean, I could crank it down to 40 degrees and see if it does something, but it probably won't.
You should do that. And if it does, freeze everyone else in the house.
Well, maybe. I mean, there's not a single fucking vent in my entire room.
You should just go in there, crank the thermostat, and like if your brother's in there, I'll be like shaking in the
I'll
middle.
just crank. For some reason, I have a thermostat in my room, but there's no vents. But let me just crank it down to 40 here.
Okay. Crank her down. You're still here on this podcast. This is amazing. So you've made it to 11 minutes and 39 seconds. So, yeah, we thank you. From the bottom of our hearts. Bye.
It only goes down to 50. Let's see if that works. Oh my gosh, it already feels cooler. No.
So then I was thrown to like this freshman today because we got another fucking freshman. We have like, I can't.
How many quarterbacks do you have there?
We have 5 in total.
That's not too bad for 3 teams.
I just get really pissy with like one of the kids is like actually kind of nice, and then this other kid like should not even be playing quarterback. Like he I think scored.
Wait, is it that one kid that was that looks like a lineman, or is he just a lineman now?
Nah, he's just fully transferred into a lineman.
Good.
This other kid's like really freaking small. He's probably like 5'3". And then on his like long ball, I think he only could throw it like 24, 25 yards. And then we were doing like this. We're doing this on the run like long footwork shit, and I was nailing like a solid 25 yards.
Yeah.
The kid couldn't even throw it like farther than 15, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then MVP is like,
how do you not throw it past 15 yards?
I'm like, how that? Because he was on the run, but I'm like, how the hell?
Oh yeah. Well, still.
I'm like, how the hell are you even in this? And then you got this one kid that's just like, I swear to God, he just aims for my balls the whole entire time. Because I'm just warming up, and I'm just in space, not really paying attention because I'm just catching a fucking ball and throwing a ball. Next thing I know, I'm getting shots at the nuts, and I'm curled up in a ball, and MVP's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, what the fuck does it look like I'm doing?
You're just taking a little prey to Allah. You're just praying to Allah real quick.
And then MVP goes on this rant today about he was like, Steinar, I went to some dinner with my wife, and she said that she was gonna go with one of her best friends, and I met the husband of the best friend, and he was the biggest douchebag. So that's the problem. You gotta watch out for women when you're older. What, do you agree? And I'm like, sure, whatever you say.
What?
Yeah, I was like, don't really need to be hearing this, but okay.
What? Watch out for those women with friends that have bad husbands. What?
It was a very strange conversation, I must say.
I just can't focus on shit right now, if I'm being honest.
Here we go. Here's a stat that'll blow everyone's mind. So
you gotta read the stats there.
15 games ago,
okay,
if you would have bet on the Rockies being at 500 when the season ends, your payouts would have been, I think it was 5 to 40.
Jesus Christ, that's actually not terrible.
Now they've gone down to like 5 to 15 because they are now 40 and 50.
40 and 50?
They're only 10 games back.
Really? Steiner,
They,
I just want to say that if they somehow manage to get to the fucking. I mean, is there any chance of them going to the playoffs or no?
I mean, at wild card they could get it.
Let me see standings. Let's see this. I gotta fact check you. They're 40 and 51. Well, it does look
51.
like that. Why are the Padres so shit in the West? What the fuck?
Yeah,
They're
they
fucking 53 and 40.
guess who
What the hell?
the Rockies swept the Padres in all
They
the series.
swept them?
They swept them in the Colorado series and they swept them in their own series at home. It's the first home series win the first away series win that the Rockies have ever done,
No,
and that's against
they lost to the Padres.
no, at home, but that was 2 out of 3, so they still won the series. But then when they played at Coors Field, they swept them.
Where's this? No, they didn't. They lost on July 9th. They lost 4-2.
I want on the Coors. No. Yeah, that's the one that was away, but they still won the series.
Yeah, they don't. They didn't sweep. They didn't sweep them.
No.
You said
But
they swept them.
the series before that, they swept them.
Oh, the Rock, dude. You know who swept the Rockies or the Brewers?
I know that.
Fucked.
But the
Brewers swept the Rockies.
but guess who's the best team at home right now? The Rockies.
Steinar.
They have about an 82% chance of winning at home. You know how high that is? That's very high.
That is very high, I gotta say. Let's see. The team leader in batting average is 283.
They're not a bad team.
That's terrible, Steiner. The best ERA is 3.36.
Would that be German Marquez?
It would be German. That's a funny name. German Marquez. He's not German at all.
I guess it's Herman Marquez, but I just call him German Marquez.
I was like, that does not make any sense. German Marquez.
Some of the pitchers that they got this one guy on the Rockies that's named Ben Bowden, and I've seen him like warm up with the Rockies, and he just has this like shirt almost just like falling off of him. Like he like barely has any he's like probably from like Alabama or somewhere south. He's so fucking fat.
I will give it to you. The Rockies are at a 440 percentage. That is shocking. They started off absolutely terrible.
I know.
Season, and they are making a wild comeback. Is it because Story came back?
Story, Toppy is hot.
Toppy is not hot. He's batting 280.
280, but he was at 301 a little bit ago. But we got Elias Diaz. That guy's gone insane. Like he's had 4 walk-offs in like the last couple weeks. And you got McMahon slowed the hell down. But I mean, and Hampson's doing pretty good. But Blackman's hitting again. That's the big thing.
Jesus.
Blackman is at like a 190 at one point.
What's he at now?
I think he's at like a 230.
That's a pretty good improvement. Remember how Yasmani Grandal was doing really good for the Brewers that one season?
Oh,
he was batting insane. He's batting 188 now.
Jesus.
He's absolute shit. He is terrible.
Do you know who CJ Crone is?
No.
He once played for the Brewers, then he played for like St. Louis. And he is like this like total fat ass Porky Pig type of guy. But he has gotten he is actually insane. Like he will like take so many fucking hits a game. Like I think in the last 3 games he's gotten like hit in the head like 3 times. I think it's just insane. But he smacks home runs too. I mean, like that's the
Really?
other. Yeah, like today he hit one. Who else hit one? Oh, some guy that was because like half the Rockies and like the last couple days they got all sick with something,
Yeah.
so they ended up having to like they literally had to have John Gray, our fucking pitcher, is like
Yeah.
they had him pitch hit for
Really?
Marquez. Yeah, which is
Wait, when
super
is that?
weird.
When's the home run
Australia.
derby?
I thought that's Monday.
Dude, I actually want to watch that because I feel like Shohei is gonna absolutely destroy everyone. That guy is
I
fucking nuts. I thought for sure he was just gonna be one of those dudes that gets a hot start and then just fizzles out. But
yeah,
it is shocking how good he is hitting.
I think that what I was kind of sad was. So do you know who just Jacob DeGrom is?
Yes,
He
yeah.
was hitting pretty good too, though. Like he
Is he?
was
Was it?
yeah, like look him up. At one point, he was hitting like 333. He's another like
Oh
really
my
good.
God, he hits 364.
Oh
Batting
shit, he went up.
average.
Yeah, so he's pretty damn good. And I remember watching him for a little bit, and he was getting home runs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that it would be crazy. Shohan versus DeGrom,
Yeah, but the thing is he has 0 home runs.
0. Okay, then it was last
Zero.
year. Might have been last year. I just know he cranked like a. He had two like back to back 2-run homers one year.
Jesus Christ. Well, the thing is about him, like Shohei is a really good. He's like I think he pitches like 3 something ERA, but he has like 33 home runs, like insane amount of home runs.
But
But
Jacob DeGrom's like
DeGrom's
90.8.
batting
Yeah,
average is like 364, but his ERA is 1.08. He's
yeah.
nutty. That guy isn't. Did he get injured though? I feel like he did.
Nah, he just pulled out of the All-Star game, which really pisses me off.
Why?
He said that it was for family problems.
Huh.
And then Kuna, he tore his ACL, so he's not going to be in the home
Oh
run
yeah, I
derby.
saw that.
So they had to put someone had to fill in, and guess who it was? Manny Machado. Yeah,
Why do they have Manny Machado? I remember that one time when the Brewers were playing against the Dodgers, and he was on the Dodgers, and then somebody like Arcia slid in to second base, and he just like stomped on the guy's leg. He's like the biggest fucking cockhead,
yeah.
Machado. And then, dude, I remember how the Cubs started off like so good this year, and like
Oh yeah.
yeah, but now they went on a complete losing streak, and their record is actually it's insanely bad. Like they went on a losing streak of like 8 games in a row. They're 44-46.
So
Does that put them tied with the Rockies?
44 and 46.
Yeah, what were the Rockies?
They were 41 and 50.
That's close though. I mean, 2 games. That's a few games off, but that's really close to being as bad as the Rockies.
But I can't believe how much like the Rockies have made a comeback.
Yeah, I looked at all the other teams' records, and I don't think they'll make the wild card. But that comeback is very impressive. I mean, they'd have to become like a really good winning team. They'd really have to add in somebody that's insane because right now they don't have anybody that's like really good. Like same thing with the Brewers. Like the Brewers are doing insane right now, but the thing is they don't have that one guy that's just going to send them over. Like Yelich is not that good right now. He's kind of shit. And everybody else is just average. Nobody else is just insane. But like if the Brewers had somebody like Fernando Tatis or Ronald Acuna or something, they would easily be the #1 team in baseball. But the Rockies have to get somebody like more than somebody like that. They have to build up their roster a lot. What's the worst part of their team? Is it the offense or is it the pitching?
That's honestly so like their starting pitching is like not that bad, believe it or not. But it's like when you get to like the 6th or 7th inning, it's like
Yeah.
I would not call them like reliever. They're reliever pitchers, but they're like long-term relievers.
Oh,
Like
there's the relievers and then it's relievers and then you got Josh Hader which are closers.
Yeah, so
The
he's like
relievers.
they have like these really, really long relievers that like will go like 3 or 4 innings, but they're just
Yeah,
dog shit. Like I've never seen such
really.
fucking bad pitchers. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
Hader
like
still has like the thing about the Brewers is their pitching is like the number one in baseball because they have three guys. They have Woodruff, they have Burns, and then they have Freddie Peralta all going to the All Star game. So they have three starting pitchers that are all All Stars on the Brewers.
what I think's kind of crazy is like so like Daniel Bard, he was really, really good last year for the Rockies. He had like a 2 ERA closing.
Yeah,
And then he shot up to like a 3.17 or 3.18 this year. So
yeah,
not
that's not
great.
good for being a closer.
Yeah, so then but the thing I thought was crazy is like German Marquez, he started off like absolute dog shit. Like I remember one. He like had like 6 back-to-back walks and they still didn't pull him. Like there was like 3 runs or 2 runs just earned on walks alone.
Whoa, what? Did they just not have anybody to back them up?
They had Stephenson, but this guy was there, but like just got off injury, and he was tight, so they just like kept Marquez in there, and I think they lost
German
that
Marquez.
game to like 11-1. It was just oh my god, and then but then he like sucked for a while, so his ERA was like a 9, and then he in like the last like 6 games like uh we went to the Pirates game when they played the Pirates, and then he almost let up a no hitter.
Really?
Yeah, he had 1 hit the entire game.
That's pretty good. I mean, his ERA though is 3.36.
But then if you look
Well,
at
he actually also has the most wins and the most strikeouts of the entire team, with
Yeah.
8 and 114, which is actually not bad.
but he's an interesting character because he can throw really good pitches, but he can also be dog shit. But the best guy is Austin Gomber. He was so good at one point. Then he
Really?
just sucked in the last game. Yeah, which fucked up his ERA.
What was he at before?
He was at like a 3.4 or like a 3.3, but he had this one game where like he just like it was the first start against the Dodgers,
Yeah.
which is always going to be shit when you're playing the Dodgers.
Yeah.
And he did horrible there. But then he has like this slider that is just like I've never seen anything like it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it'll be at the very top and then it'll drop all the way down.
Jesus Christ.
Like it's like whoa. Because I actually saw him pitch at Coors Field one time, and the guy is nutty.
Really?
And his arm angle is so weird. Like he kind of comes out mixed between like sidearm and upper arm. And it's just like, wow. How the hell can someone throw it like that?
Yeah. Do you think that wait, the All-Star game is going to be in Denver when I'm there, right?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, no.
Really? Is it? Because it's the 20. Wait. What day is?
It's the 14th, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's the 13th. So no. Yeah, that would have been sick. No, never mind.
They ended up saying that they had found 10 guns.
Yeah, I saw that.
And 1,000 plus bullets, and someone was planning on shooting up the All-Star game.
It was probably because they moved it from. It was probably some fucking hillbilly from Atlanta because they moved it from Atlanta to Colorado because of the voting rights bill or something, which is complete horseshit. Because they're like, it's racist, man, even though it's asking for ID is not racist. But like, yeah, that's probably my best guess is that it was some hillbilly that's angry about that, and then he was planning on just shooting it up. But imagine if it did play out, and in an alternate reality, it played out, and there was a mass shooting.
The craziest shit is that it was at that place my aunt stayed at, and I was actually on their rooftop pool. And when they found it, he had the rooftop suite with the window outlooking Coors Field.
Oh
and that
my
building is
God.
high enough where you can see it, and he had one assault rifle with a modified sniper scope on there.
Jesus Christ.
So this guy was probably like ready to just take people out of from the hotel.
Oh my God, that is fucked.
Yeah, and then on a couple of these like machine guns, he has like suppressors.
Oh my god, that
So,
is insane.
so now I'm like, do I ever want to go to a Rockies game again?
That is so fucked. Imagine if that. I mean, that could not be. That could be not the only one. I mean, there could be other stations of people.
But there were
Because I mean, if you
five
need
men were found guilty. Five.
five,
Yeah, that's what scares me. Like that's
yeah, I mean, there could be more. In like, are there other buildings overlooking Coors Field?
oh, there's a shit ton.
Oh shit, there could. I mean, they should honestly do a full search of all the other ones. Now
I
that they
mean,
found that, any other buildings surrounding Coors Field, they should really do a full search.
why would you have 10 guns with only 5 people? That doesn't make any
Well,
sense.
yeah, I mean, maybe if one gets jammed, then you could switch to another so you can keep mowing down civilians. I don't know. That's fucked. I saw that on that one person's story, and I was like, what the fuck? And at first I
Yeah,
thought it was fake, but now that you bring it up, I'm like, Jesus Christ.
not because it was all over the news, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Jesus. Imagine that plays out. That'd be so fucked.
I just could not believe it when I like saw that. I was like, no way.
Because he could probably get a good angle on some of the actual players.
Yeah, because I ended up having because when they found the guns, it was in like I think it was 11:04 they found it in,
Yeah.
and I was at 11:09 with my aunt. So I was 5 down from that room.
Jesus.
Like I swear to fucking God, I passed that room when I visited my aunt, and it just scared to hell. Think like someone
Yeah,
was probably gonna go mass terrorize a bunch of fucking civilians.
that's fucked up, dude. Jesus Christ.
And it's really high up there, and it's like all you would need to do is like if you got to the pool deck, you would have like because like on that pool deck, you have a clear view of Coors Field, even like the
Really?
player level.
Oh man, imagine he used that. He probably would have used that modified scope to shoot one of the players.
That's what I was saying. But you would have to get to the pool deck. But that's even scary to think about because then he's probably going to mow down all the people on the pool deck.
Oh, imagine. You're just like going for a night swim to watch the All-Star game from up there. You see some guy with like a fucking assault rifle. What would be your first thought if you saw that? You're like, oh, I'm gonna go for a night swim and watch the All-Star game from the pool deck, and then you see some guy perched with an assault rifle.
Honestly, if I'd probably just like run.
You wouldn't do anything about it. You'd probably just go. Honestly, I'd probably do the same thing. I'd probably just run away, and I mean, I'd probably call the cops. But yeah, that'd be alarming.
I would probably just pull like honestly on my way down the stairs. I'd probably just pull like a fire alarm because then it would make a shit ton of noise, and then everyone would be aware.
Yeah.
And so.
Yeah. Imagine being that maid too and finding that stash of guns.
And they found it in like the weirdest spot. They found it like in the headboard area, like behind the headboard of the bed.
Why was she looking behind the headboard? That is weird.
And I'm just like, wow, this is real sussy. As Casey would say.
They say that on the news. They're like, we got a bit of a sussy case here. A guy was found with 10 assault rifles and 1,000+ rounds of ammunition. Yeah, you can do some real damage with 1,000+ rounds of ammunition.
Yeah.
Really fuck some people up. That is, yeah. That's that's fucked.
It's another thing that they were saying that there was a couple in Greeley that were also found, and they were found making like bullets, but then they had modified these bullets to explode.
What?
Like they modified the bullet so when it hits, like the bullet is such a they've like curved it out so when the bullet hits the thing like shoots out like a grenade.
In the person?
Yeah, so like before they kill you.
Whoa.
And this was
holy shit.
And they found 20 like cases of these rounds shipping to Denver.
No.
And I mean, it could all just be some like crazy ass coincidence, but that just seems crazy as shit.
Where did you see that on?
This was on 7 News, I'm pretty sure.
Wow, that is crazy. I
They
wonder if anything
also,
else is going to be done about that. If they're going to postpone the All-Star game because of it, they're going to do much. I mean, honestly, I'd just do full precautionary measures and like if I was the MLB, I'd just scan all the buildings outside of Coors Field. I nope. About 35 minutes in. It's not quite a full podcast, but I mean, it could do.
yeah, I was saying that the crazy shit is they've already upped the security.
Really?
Yeah, they've already made it from just like their normal entry level to like full on like they're gonna scan the tickets way outside of the stadium, do security checkpoints where they usually would scan the tickets, and then from there they would have doing they're going to do like bag searches and all that.
Wow. Yeah. If you really take that to the extreme, you could say like, yeah, there could have been like other dudes that were preparing because like I mean at those baseball fields, let's face it, it's like they really don't do much security at all. Like you can pretty much walk in there with a pistol pretty easily. Like they could have had like a full operation of you got the snipers up in the tower, you got tower, you got some other dudes coming in. Like I mean, you never know. It's a fucking crazy world. That's yeah.
I mean, and then the craziest shit is that like I just think it's like a horrible place to even have it because it's like
Yeah.
honestly, Coors Field, you got all these apartments overlooking Coors Field.
Yeah, that should be a thing. Ooh, like that, like Coors Field, and then you got like Wrigley Field as well. Like it's you should not have buildings overlooking a baseball stadium. That's
Yeah,
dumb as shit. That's really stupid in my opinion.
that's like literally how players get sniped.
Yeah, like players get sniped, and then also people can watch the game for free from the building.
I never thought about the free game watching aspect of that at all.
You never thought about the free game watching? You only thought about sniping?
No. Now you bring it up, that would actually be kind of sick taking a night swimming watching baseball.
That would be so fun. Like at the what stadium is it? Is it the Hard Rock Stadium that they have the swimming pool at the football stadium?
Oh no. The Diamondbacks have one.
That'd be so cool, swimming in a swimming pool and watching baseball or something.
Oh my god.
That'd be fun as shit. Or you just have it up on like a project. You have like your pool in Vegas or your pool in somewhere, and then you just hop in. You get like your big old projector out. You just watch the Packers or something in your pool, living the life.
My god.
The one-way ticket to that is just trading stocks.
Trading stocks, yeah.
I'm just gonna pour all my money into the stock market. Let's see what actually speaking of stocks, I'm gonna see what my portfolio is. What's my portfolio value? We're at 100,271. So yeah, not great.
I am Oh, I gotta tell you the funny shit. So this Bobby Acosta guy, he was saying he was preaching this a couple of things. He was like, "You all by the end of this year, you're all gonna either be playing college football and being leaders, or are gonna be CEOs outside of the world." And this guy's like saying that almost everyone on this team is gonna be a CEO or playing college football. I'm like, I don't know what kind of horse shit you guys are believing, because let's be real here. You know, if you guys are CEOs, you're gonna be like CEOs of your own fucking company, because you're not gonna be CEO of like the ragstoriches.com.
Fucking ragstoriches.com.
I mean, let's be real. Like, shit.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about now. I don't think you said the full name though, so we're good.
Yeah. Like that fucker's like literally today. It's like they ordered like Bojo's barbecue chicken pizza. He takes 2 slices of pizza and he's like, duh, 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 duh. Like he's literally like
What?
there was jalapeno pizza and then there was like buffalo chicken or barbecue chicken. Then he was like smashing them together. And he was
That's
like,
like I would say that's like some Dumb and Dumber shit, but I wouldn't even give him that honor. That is so fucking stupid.
the whole time. I'm like staring at him and he's like, what are you looking at? And I'm like,
Well, maybe the fact that you're smacking 2 pieces of pizza together. Fucking Dave.
I'm like over there just sitting with Casey in the corner. Like I don't really, because it was either they were all sitting in a group, and I'm like, yeah, I'm really not good. Don't feel like joining them. Because then, see, I was over there with like Nash and oh fuck.
Oh, we're 40 minutes in. We're good.
Yeah.
We're
Anyway,
clear.
it was quite but Luca was there, and I was like, I want to talk to Luca, but I couldn't talk to Luca because I don't want to sit with the other fuckers.
Yeah, that's kind of the shitty part about that whole team is there's pretty much no one good to talk to. Like everybody's either a douchebag or dumb as shit, dumb as fucking rocks.
Yeah, and then Detroit today, he was like, on your reads, man, you need to just relax. It's all about the breathing. You gotta breathe. I'm like, am I breathing marijuana or what am I breathing, bro? Didn't say that, but I was
Imagine all the drugs that kid's probably done.
oh my god. The coach was like, I don't care if you do pot. I don't care if you do anything. This is what MVP said. He was like, I don't care if you do pot. I don't care if you guys do all the drugs in the world. You just have to be good for practice. You have to show all your commitment to football. I don't care what you do off the field. I just care what you do on the field. And I'm like, well, that's really what you got to be preaching.
Wait, he over like school?
Yeah, because like that, you shit.
No, sorry, you already said all the other names. Who cares?
Yeah, you know who he well, he like I guess was drunk and drove a bunch of people home.
Yeah.
And then proceeded to smoke weed and hide bottles of liquor in his car.
Did you? How do you know?
It's all around the white room.
Really?
Yep. And then the mom was like, "You're not playing football now." She told Declan he's not playing football. They banned him from football. And now Declan's dad is like. Declan's dad's like one of these guys that's like super chill but overly chill to be a dad. Like he probably buys his son the marijuana. And he's like he still sneaks Declan's to these practices even though the mom said that she doesn't want Declan playing football now at all.
Oh my
because
god.
of these connections. And the dad's like trying to coach. And the dad's just there. He's like, oh, that reminds me of the 80s. Like he's just
my god. Jesus fucking Christ. Dude, that one thing that I sent you, that one story of that one person, you know what I'm talking about, where the person had the fucking bong.
Yep.
I was like, holy shit, what the fuck? Because there's a post from this person that's in my class. And then like they were like, happy birthday to this person. And then she was literally having a bong rip.
Was that Kenzie?
Yes, that one person. Yeah. I was like, I saw that. I was like, are you fucking kidding?
Well,
what
which one
the hell?
I know where I do this far. And so I have to ask this. Which one was that?
What?
Which one was that one, Kenzie?
I don't know. It's just one of them, Steinar. Another page in the book of life, if you know what I mean.
Page. Sage.
No, not the person.
Now, was it
my past is troubled.
Oh, you know what I like to say?
What?
Actually, I came up with a really good quote yesterday. I shared it to Casey. Oh, shit. I have to think of it now. I was in a real quote motive yesterday. Oh, here we go.
Wait, does Casey come up with his quotes, or does he just find them online?
I think he finds them online.
Yeah, there's no way he thinks of some of those shit.
Because I gave him one of my quotes, and he said, "Oh, it's a pretty good one. I might have to use that one." I'm like, okay, no credit whatsoever. It was actually a really good quote. I thought about this in the way room. I was like, "Oh, let me fucking think of this. I gotta fucking think of this." It was like, I could tell you what it was kind of about. It was like, Life will get you down. Life will suck all the power out of you. Actually, that's not how it was. Let me
What?
look this. I gotta look at this.
Look it up. You post it online. If anybody got some good stocks that they want to tell me about, that'd be great. I don't have any stocks though. Open positions. Uh, how that? How? What? Yeah, everything's gonna be alright. Be okay. Come on, you guys are tired. No, it'll be alright. Be
Okay,
okay.
here we go. I got the quote.
It'll be alright. Be okay.
Can you
Your
hear me?
eyes squared. Yeah, you're
No, you
saying.
can't hear me, can you?
I could
Okay.
hear you. I could hear you. What? What?
Hear me?
I could hear you before.
I couldn't hear you. Okay, I got the
You
quote now.
couldn't hear me?
No,
Oh,
here it
I
is.
doubt this.
O-
That's right.
Only the true power is unlocked when you have failed or fallen. It's a pretty
What
good
power?
I don't know. I just kind of came up with that. It seemed
Very
pretty.
smart. That's very wise of you, and I appreciate that. Oh well, I brought Casey on this on accident. Casey's our biggest fan. He always comments on our videos. It makes me happy to see Casey engaging.
Casey's on a thingy.
He was, but then I accidentally unblocked him. I don't know how to unblock.
Oh, that's nice.
You'll probably get all pissy and be like, "Why you block me?"
Oh, I know. He kind of got pissed at me today. Actually, he kept pissing me off, like majorly. Like we were talking about film at one point, and
Yeah,
when we were like about done with lunch, we were still like watching film and all that, and he
Yeah.
kept saying sauce, 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 sauce. We community tapped me, and I'm like, "Fucking shut the hell up!" And then I was getting really pissed. So I took my nail and I started stabbing him.
Dude, that's not even a fucking. That's such a joke that he would make. Like him and Riley. Like Riley did. Like we today, we went down river, and then like he banged his knee on a rock going down, and then he just sat in his tube all quietly for the rest of the time. Like really, like because we were having a good time, and then he just sat in his tube all pissy. I was like, "Why are you so mad?" He's like, "Dude, I just hit my knee on a rock. Could you just leave me alone?" And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Dude, just leave me alone, man." I'm like, "Why would I? What? You're just gonna be all pissy because you hit your knee on one rock?" And then he just and then like 10 minutes later, he was just like, "Oh,
Mr. Happy Go Lucky, and then
fucking roller coaster of emotions, to say the least."
I do feel that with lots of people. Casey, though, I mean, let's be real. He'll do things that are just annoy the fuck out of me, and then I kind of get pissed back, and I'm like, okay, I'll do the same thing you just did to me. So then I was tapping him like pickles, 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 and I'm like, how the fuck do you like this now? The pickles, pickles, fucking pickles. And then Kaz looks at me, and I'm like, because I said it too loudly, and I'm like, now this kid thinks I fucking lost it. Like, that's ain't good. Like, now everyone thinks I lost it.
We kept yelling when we go down river. We kept yelling like because this one person at the beginning of the raft trip, he was like, "Hey, happy Sunday! Nice to be on the river this Sunday." And then I was like, "Yeah, Sunday fun day." And then the rest of the time down, we kept like freaking people out who were on the cart path. He just kept yelling, "Sunday fun day!" And then there'd just be like little 9-year-old kids. We just yell "Sunday fun day" at them.
They're like, what the fuck?
Do you still have the doggo in your room tonight, Steiner? Or no.
Oh, the doggo's been kicked out of everyone's room.
Where is he sleep now?
It's outside. It's not outside, but it's like outside of everyone's room and downstairs main area.
Oh, poor doggo.
The thing, it's decided it likes to shit and piss while it walks.
What?
So it'll run during the house, and it's really pissing my dad off. the thing I'll be like pissing, and my dad will be walking behind the thing, and then my dad just like steps right and pisses, and my dad's like, "What the fuck?" We've gotten to the point where my dad's like, "No, you're not fucking doing this in the house again. You're gonna outside." My dad will take the dog, lift the dog up, and throw it outside. So, my Caroline's friends here, so they're probably like cuddling with the dog outside. I think they're on the couch tonight.
Not having a little sleepover.
Yeah, the little girls doing little dumb shit, playing Barbie,
Oh.
dumb shit like that.
Dude, Sophie's so weird when her friends come over because she just sits in her room the entire day. Like her friend will come over at like 1 o'clock, and her and her friends will just sit in her room from 1 o'clock till the next morning. Like they literally won't do anything.
Jesus Christ.
I'm like, well, how is that your idea of fun at all? Is just doing nothing the entire time.
See, I can't even do anything. Like, if I'm with someone, like, if I'm sitting at home, I have, like, major problems. Like, I cannot do that. Like,
Yeah.
I want to do stuff.
Yeah, me
So,
too.
with you, well, I'm on the topic of this.
Yeah, bro. What? Hopefully, come on. Start doing video. Come on, girl, you don't to me. I might be okay. How's the time? This looks like the end. See you guys later. Bye bye.